save you?
Last time, on Kamen Rider Otaman, the evil assassin sent by Black Cross, Beartron X, has grievously injured Iris. But then, Kamen Rider Otaman arrives on scene!
The heavens call. The earth cries out, all calling on me to strike back against evil!
You won't stand in my way this time, Kamen Rider Otaman!
Can our hero defeat Beartron X and look cool in front of his girlfriend?
Damn! He's too strong!
Or was he too late? Find out today!
Tessa! May the glory of victory be yours!
It's Otamorphin time!
I will protect Tessa!
And if I could manufacture a few hours, I'd make a logo for it.
Speaking of references to early media, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm Opinionator Red!
And I'm We Squared X.
Now that we've created the mental image of Daymon wearing spandex and me in a giant bear suit, let's continue on.
I've never worn spandex.
Well, I've never worn a giant bear suit.
I've swung around swords, I've shot guns, I've worn dresses, and I've driven really big trucks, but I've never worn spandex. Make of that what you will. Or rather, please don't. Billy, I need a segue. Save me. Before I say something else even worse.
Well, I hate to cut in here, but let's talk about that knife. Or was that segue too edgy? You asked me to do this. You cannot sigh. There is evidence that Mayumi was there, the chocolate for one, that she was seen on camera buying.
And Oda didn't want to talk about that part.
Not at all.
So she could have been in the bear suit. That could have been, like...
Whether that was like the actual knife the bear pulled out or whatever, it could be a representation of Ota recognizing the person in the bear suit as his mother.
Or it could be by the person in the bear suit pulling out that knife, that knife is like a symbol of loss and repression and everything that gets in his way in life.
Because of having to deal with his mother's condition.
Right. Both of those are plausible. So onward to defeat Beartron X!
Come at me, Otaman, and you too, Shrimp Girl!
Everything costs so much time.
A remote control. It fell when Ota ran into the shelf.
North? South? East? West? What the hell do you put north, south, east, and west on a remote control for?
I think that's the control for the crane.
No, it has to be.
And the crane can move along both axes.
Well, however many axes there are, there's also up and down. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I guess the numbers make sense. But wouldn't you be like up, down, left, right or something? Why? Like, what if you don't know which way is north? Also, when you're setting this up, are you like, regardless of the orientation?
Oh, you're right. Regardless of the orientation of the user.
You're just going to set it up so that it's like north, south, east, west? Because that's what those buttons say.
Well, I believe you.
That's so weird. I can't handle this anymore. I can handle all the Tokusatsu references. I can handle the Kamen Rider. I can handle the fluorescent shrimp girl. I can handle the bodyguard. I can handle Mama. I can handle the reptilian receptionist. But I cannot handle north on a remote control for a crane. I'm done.
Immersion ruined.
God, 110 seconds to investigate?
Jeez.
Man, forget this. None of this looks good.
Turn on the electricity.
And that would be a power box.
On the far opposite side of the room.
Maybe there'll be a robot Gottai.
It appears to be a power panel.
And we can fight Beartron X on even ground.
I will say real quick, I like how we're so tiny, because not only is this like a tall tale.
Oh yeah.
But Ota's larger than life, like a big televised production, which also fits into the theme of the live streaming aspect of it as a publicly viewed event. There's just a lot of things interconnecting it all together that aren't really like important for the plot or story, but I can really appreciate how much everything connects.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love to screw around But we can't. We have no time.
I don't know. I think prayer is our best bet. After all, doesn't it take people on the sidelines praying for the success of the hero?
No, I think that's Mothra, but I might be misremembering my tokusatsu.
Mothra, come save us!
Pray.
Please move.
Come on! I believe in you, Aiba!
I'm even a tiny girl.
Miracles and magic are real.
No, they aren't.
Okay, that didn't work.
That was worth a shot.
Well, throw something then.
Hurl equipped berry!
This is an ice cold one.
Aiba, aim for the switch.
Position target in the center and hit the switch.
Ha!
Position target in the center and hit the switch.
Hello, Ava quote.
Oh, it's even a camera angle.
Yeah. Unfortunately, quoting Neon Genesis Evangelion at this time is probably bad, because while he certainly did position the target in the center and hit the switch, it didn't work. He had to do it again.
Oh, God. Bam!
No!
Oh, God, no, please.
Now it will move!
Will it?
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
No, Dante!
Regardless of the truth, right now, I am Ota's last hope. I have to help him up.
Are we going to use the crane to pick him up?
This is annoying.
Brave hero! True identity revealed! How are we gonna get the extra thing?
I don't know. I can't reach it from where I am, and I don't see a ramp or anything over there.
Okay, so why can't we just use the remote? I mean, now there's power to the crane, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Ota looks frightened. He cannot stand.
Huh.
I don't know what that means.
Well, maybe we have to actually hit all of these.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, we can get more timies by going to things that we can investigate.
That's true, but we kind of have to use our timies as we investigate them because everything costs so much time. So we're really just trading our current one for a different one.
No, I bet like the plates on the side or iris or something aren't going to cost a large amount of time. But we did have to turn on the electricity, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the way to get through this is to select all of these, and that'll actually get Ota on his feet. Isn't that what our objective is to get him on his feet?
That's true, which is why I thought we'd hook him up by the crane, because it's wires. It's like wire fu if you think about it.
Okay, I mean...
No. I think that there's...
Let's try it out.
What you said.
Let's try it out.
What, the crane or this?
Let's try out the crane. We can't do this.
Well, the only option that makes sense is to push the button.
Here it goes.
All right, did anything happen? Number 1!
I hear some sounds, but no response.
Curses! The hook is, hooked.
I'm not sure I should press it. Ota might need to.
Yeah, Ota.
Very well.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Well, I was thinking that maybe everything here wouldn't take an enormous amount of time.
But that does not appear to be the case.
I'll try the forklift then.
A forklift.
Sorry.
All right, never mind. If we're gonna screw around, we have to do it. Sally forth, launch, Shutsugeki Shiro, Otaman!
What? Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
Dante understands.
Yeah.
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed.
Not in this Somnium. Here, all that matters is
All systems
guts!
green. Synchronization rate, 6%.
Guts! Passion! Glory! Not any of this Ava crap! What do you mean your synchro rate 6%, all systems green? You need to start wearing spandex, doing cool poses, and calling out for combination sequences.
I think spandex might be more revealing than what she's wearing.
Well, I don't care about that.
Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie.
This is the wrong genre! All that stuff is awesome and fine, but that's not where we are!
It has reversed in time.
I don't think this ending is acceptable. We're forgetting something.
Ah!
It will be the same no matter how many times we do it.
The reason that you're failing is the Ava quotes. That doesn't mean anything bad about Ava, that just Ava is associated with failure! Ava was a deconstruction of this type of show! You have to go with this type of show, not Ava! Ah! Fine! Go suicide yourself in the ice cutting machine! Or kill Iris!
A machine used for cutting ice.
Nothing matters to me anymore!
I get the strong implication we should not be messing with this.
But if you had a 10-second, you could turn it on and maybe that'd make him get up.
Yeah, he would have to get up to run over and turn it back off.
I mean, isn't that what he did? The thing was on and he ran and turned it off?
And that's what happened at the beginning of the Somnium, too. Well, like the bear turned it on, walked over to the box, and then he jumped in, turned it off, assumed a fighting pose, yada yada yada.
Ah, you're right. Well, in that case,
You know, I'm starting to think that you were right, that we have to just motivate Ota.
Iris is on the platform.
This is it! This is what we have to do. 1 second?
2 1 seconds and a 1/10.
If we do all of these, we'll have a net gain of time and can then go either motivate Ota or turn on the machine and kill her.
I don't like those 2 options.
Let's go! Do it!
This is an ice cold one.
You already used that one.
Just throw it.
She's consistent.
Yeah.
No good, huh?
I believe that Ota has to be the hero of this story.
Then he needs a little more motivation.
Ears!
Tessa's catchphrase.
Yeah, if anything is gonna make her react, it's that.
All right.
A-set, you bet! Ava!
First impet, instrumentalitet. You bet, A-set.
Does that count?
As far as I'm concerned.
Ears.
Headset, pet, A-set!
No, not you.
Go back to lying down over there.
You got him up! Isn't that good?
I guess you're right.
This will probably not help wake Iris.
We're not trying to wake Iris. We were trying... Why'd you make him sit back down? Pet? Pet? What do you mean,
You
pet?
pet a dog's ears, you know, and if you're creepy, you can pet someone else's ears. Hey, wake up!
Iris? Hey! Are you okay? Tessa!
Guess she's not waking up.
All right. Now that we're armed with the timies of doom and ultimate power,
We'll see if we can fail.
encourage!
Maybe, well, actually,
You're so cool, my shiny, glittery Ota. So cool.
maybe you should have encouraged him last. Like, calm him down first. And
The order of operations aren't really important because
Yeah,
I've already made my decision.
yeah, you're probably right anyway.
The ghost inside me whispered, "Yeah, I am cool, huh?"
He responded to that way better than I expected.
From now on, this is my stage.
Is he going to Henshin?
Ike! Otaman! Seriously, that was it?
Yeah, I feel like that. Maybe that just speaks to how shallow he really is. Anyone encouraging him can get him up.
Maybe this.
Huh? Mokyo irete! Switch on! Huh. That's kind of not what I was expecting. Maybe it actually happened then.
We should check Mayumi then. Because if that is her in there, she'll have the wound.
Yeah. The ghost inside me whispered.
The twerking shrimp girl. I've been defeated. Oh no.
Oh, Bertron X.
Date, you've hit the limit. Time's up.
Oh!
I can almost make out their face!
Pewter, force shutdown.
Stop! Stop it!
Huh.
So that's... The thing is we just have no idea what could possibly be construed as true.
Right.
I guess we have to go to the other shelf. Have to send Ota to the other shelf if we wanted to
Get the extra item. Yeah.
It was on a shelf. We couldn't touch it.
We tried.
And we didn't have the time to mess around. We still haven't had to retry.
Day 4, Monday.
Shogai.
What were you thinking? You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. Any longer and you risk getting your mind completely taken over by the subject.
Why don't you just go back in? Why don't you just do it again? So you can try to make it happen again.
There must be some reason. Like, maybe it's too dangerous to do repeated Somnium dives for the subject. Like, it puts an undue strain. It didn't seem like it strained anyone.
No, that's perfectly plausible. I'm just...
Or maybe we're operating under hyperbolic time chamber rules.
I don't know. It just seems like she's getting really angry at him, but what were we there to do? I get that we hit the limit, but we didn't because there were still 61 seconds.
But she forced us out anyway. I just feel like there's something fishy about that,
And
don't you think?
And then she starts yelling,
Yeah.
maybe not.
I know.
No, you clearly don't. This isn't just about you, Date.
I mean, was that Mayumi?
There's an easy way to find out.
Well, yeah, we just need to talk to Ota.
If your consciousness erodes inside of Somnium, you put the subject in danger as well.
Just like I said, we just have no idea of knowing how much of that is reliable or not. He did seem to act like kind of tenderly.
What do you mean?
When he went over to Bertrand X, which is that thing's official name now, by the way.
Oh, of course.
I am Bertrand X of Black Cross.
And when he saw the Odoroki chocolate, he panicked. He was just like, oh crap.
Yeah, and I mean, when he walked over there, like he was kind of tenderly trying to take the mask off.
Like, the show's over now. I need to take care of my mother, who I just, like, crippled. Assuming that's the case.
Anyway, we gotta figure this out instead of talk about it. Though I guess you could say that about BSG all the time, but, you know.
If I may? Fortunately, there were no abnormalities detected in the brainwaves after the sync. Date and Ota both read normal. Although, the timing was really close.
I mean,
I used to timey, you punk.
As far as that goes, that's just like the, you have to almost be out of time or the story of it doesn't make sense. So that's just the way it is.
What was I supposed to do? You saw it, boss. You too, Pewter. I was about to see the culprit's face.
Not necessarily.
That's true. It would have been whatever Ota's brain interpreted it as. Did.
Yeah, hence why we can't tell how much of this is credible or not.
For all we know, it could have been one of those blue homunculi sort of things.
We need to verify that Ota did, in fact, see the culprit's face. That's the only way it could have ended up in his Somnium.
It's true, it did seem like he was stabbed before he took it off.
In a dream, when there's something you can't know, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know this because you don't really ever remember your dreams or dream very much at all, right?
Correct.
For me, when it comes time in a dream, when it gets too complicated or narratively interesting, and there's a part where, like, it requires some level of input that is not possible for me to have or something, the dream will, like, swap to another dream or, like, force it so that I won't be able to actually see.
It edits the video so you don't notice.
Yeah, well, what'll happen is it'll, like, push everything away, or it'll, like, jump back in time and make me redo it and just redo it over and over because it can't get to something because there's, like, information that my brain expects to be there to fill in the gaps to make it make sense.
Right.
But that information cannot be generated by my brain while I'm asleep, and so it's just not generated and doesn't allow me to interact with it.
Oh.
I mean, there have been some times I really wanted to see the conclusion to a dream or just what was going to happen next, but brain was like, the dream's over, yo, no matter what you try to do.
Well, Ota,
Huh?
Feel like talking?
you saw the killer's face at the warehouse, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see their face.
We also can't forget that in the hospital he was holding that knife that whole time.
If I did, I would have told you guys already.
You see?
I mean, I did try to get a look at them when the polar bear fell over. They looked like they were knocked out, so I tried to grab the head part. But as soon as I did, I got stabbed in my gut.
We really need to find out if what you were stabbed with was your mom's floral pattern knife.
Yeah.
But that's why they keep showing it to you.
That is what we witnessed in his Somnium.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily what happened, though.
I've been watching you
Oh, no!
forever and ever.
Billy, who's that?
I'm sure it's a horror reference, but I don't know of any that involve lockers.
Hey, did you hear something just now?
It's Iba messing with him.
I did not. Perhaps you're imagining it.
I wish I could climb up on that table and fly around the world on it with Tessa.
What?
What kind of fantasy is that?
I can show you the world? I mean, that's Aladdin, the rug.
A rug is not a long table that you do wrestling moves onto. There's a noticeable difference.
Boss looks more upset than angry right now. I'm sorry.
I know it was dangerous to sink past the time limit.
Still had 61 seconds.
That was my fault, and I'm sorry.
Are you really sorry?
Yes, Mom.
Yes.
The prompt said genuine apology, not fake apology.
Then you owe me some Dom P at my favorite club in Kabukicho.
Oh, going on a date with Boss. I think I won in the end.
Or you can lick my shoes.
I'll buy the Dom P.
Sounds good.
Either or.
I vow to never apologize for anything ever again. So about my brainwaves and Ota's.
It's all right. As I mentioned earlier, both your brainwaves are normal.
Or as normal as Date's can be.
However, I'm sure there was some overload. You should go home and get some rest.
Oh no, that ain't happening. Not until we talk to this dude.
After the sync, Ota changed into his usual clothes. He looks tired, sitting on that chair. So how are you feeling?
I've been better. I'm still a little drowsy.
Well, knockout gas will do that to you.
What about your stab wound?
My what?
Huh?
Oh, it hurts.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, okay.
It started acting up suddenly. Ow!
He's just playing this up for sympathy. Maybe he just forgot about it.
It's because you grabbed me and forced me to come here,
Yeah.
Date!
Don't blame me, that was Boss.
Yeah, I'm not the one walking around with knockout gas.
I'll sue you for this!
Yes, boss. Most women carry pepper spray, not knockout gas.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, well, if Boss knocks somebody out, she can then go sink them.
Or, how about this? Get me one of the straws Tessa used, and I won't sue you.
Hold on a second. Boss said she was footing the responsibility for this one.
I see Ota is back to his healthy self.
Frankly, I want to see him try. At this point, I want to see him. I get that he is trying to exercise some leverage, and I think that's interesting, but I want to see him bring one of these suits or make these complaints and see how far it goes.
Guess so.
He needs to be smashed, so he stops acting like this.
His parents aren't gonna do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So Date needs to dad on him. So about the hook in the polar bear's leg.
Ota, Let me ask you something.
Yeah, did that happen?
And why didn't we find any of their blood there?
When you were fighting the polar bear back at the warehouse, did the crane hook get stuck on the polar bear's leg?
I mean, the blood and the way it's portrayed.
Now that you mention it, maybe it did.
There was something.
Maybe?
It's like I told you. I don't really remember much. With all the tension and excitement and fear and adrenaline, my mind just went blank. But now that we're talking about it, I remember.
It looks like it broke the frickin' leg!
Yeah, no doubt about it. The crane hook got stuck on the polar bear's left leg.
God, I can't trust a word he says. He could be telling the truth, but...
He could also be like, yes, that is what I remember.
And then, when the hook got pulled out, blood sprayed all over.
There was no blood. If the only thing that BSG can ever get right is noticing the volume of blood at a crime scene, so be it.
That's a very useful skill to have for the kind of games we play.
Oh, actually, we had thought... No, the blood was Ota's.
It did say that, yeah.
That blood that Kagami was by was Ota's. So where was this? There wasn't any, so it didn't happen, or it was cleaned up.
It had to have been cleaned up. It had to be cleaned up off the hook, too.
Who would have...
Who would have cleaned it up?
Huh.
Well, presumably the person in the polar bear outfit. If it's not Mayumi, it would make sense that they wouldn't want to leave evidence of their DNA everywhere.
I mean, it also looked like their leg got broken.
Date, I checked all of the hospitals in the metropolitan area. None have a record of a patient admitted after 3 a.m. with a wound to the left leg.
Still doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it means there's somebody with a wound to the left leg who cleaned up that blood. But if it's Mayumi in there...
We saw her sitting down at a table.
Yeah, that's true. She's not faking the dementia, though.
If what I saw in Somnium is how it happened in real life, that was a deep wound.
I mean, maybe we need to go back to the crime scene and actually see about... Well, I can't find anything like that. Really, I guess we ought to just chase down Mayumi and start beating her with hooks. That'll fix everything.
No.
Okay, well, half of that about chasing her down is right.
Okay, yes, that's the correct part.
He definitely would have needed first aid.
Perhaps a friend or accomplice helped them.
You think there are multiple killers?
That is not what I said. They may have helped the culprit, but not necessarily been involved in the crimes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
I relayed the information to Boss and Pewter.
Now...
So, why were you hiding the knife in your room?
Because I was scared.
Scared?
The killer could come here to finish the job.
But you didn't get a good look at their face, right?
But they don't know that.
Why wouldn't they know that? If you hadn't removed the mask, they would know if the mask had been slipped off or something, right?
I had it prepared just in case. You know what I'm talking about, right, Date? Preparing in advance in case you might need it.
I also like the part where when Date pulled the covers back, Ota was like, "Get away from me,"
and started struggling.
That definitely says preparing in advance. Maybe he was preparing in advance,
but how he handled it was not right.
Or what he was preparing for, maybe.
He should have come out with it from the get-go, like, "Oh, okay, you're the police. I'm just going to set this right here."
Well, it's also possible he was preparing the knife for the police.
Like making sure your room is nice and clean before you go to a party.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. You probably don't have any experience with that.
Ah, children. They don't ever seem to remember or realize that all people who are older than them have been their age.
He's 24, David.
Well, I'm 1,000, so he's a child.
I have more experience than you.
Stupid kid.
So we know that the culprit has a deep wound on their left leg.
Stupid nerd kid. You don't go to parties.
That information could be crucial in catching them.
Yeah, they shouldn't be able to run very well.
Date, get out there. Look for people with an injured left leg.
How exactly?
Can't you just go ask around or something?
Hey, you! Does your leg hurt? No? Alright, how about you over there?
Boss? She's just been acting weird.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
Do you know how many people live in this city?
Oh, uh-oh.
Well.
What?
Need to up the dosage, maybe.
Or after effects from the sink. In fact, the dosage could actually just have to do with him being a sinker.
Date, what is the matter?
Huh.
Are we going into Date Somnium again?
And he just passes out?
Date!
Are you alright?
That's so creepy.
I mean, I would assume it had to do with staying too long in the sink.
Well, Pewter said he was fine.
Who really knows?
Day 5, Tuesday.
Say sight.
Why am I here, not at a hospital?
Hey, this is...
Oh, you're alive.
Mizuki?
Good to see you too.
Well, at least she was staring at him instead of ignoring him.
What happened?
You drank too much at the club and passed out.
Liar. I remember everything until I collapsed in the control room.
You did something dangerous during the sink last night, didn't you? Your brain got overloaded and you passed out. That's what Pewter and Boss said.
Makes sense.
You met them?
They brought you over. They said to let you sleep it off because you were tired from the investigation.
Plus, she's already met them because after her sink, they were there. I mean...
Date, is something wrong?
Who am I? Where am I? Do I live here?
Now, for a brief trip back in time. Thanks, Rainbow Dragoon, for letting us know that we could have looked around and seen more silly dialogue here.
After apologizing to Mizuki.
Yeah, I mean, we're committed to finding this stuff now, so... I mean, they're basically the replacement for BSG. Date and Aiba, looking at things and laughing at them. May as well get on with training our replacements.
You watch weird videos when I'm not around, don't you?
So do you!
Weird videos.
Something about cuckoldry?
Okay, that's enough. Moving on.
No. Those are husbandry videos.
Date, you're not making yourself look any better.
You know, like, animal husbandry? Raising livestock.
This is taking a weird direction.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
Anyway, don't touch my computer without permission.
Don't leave your browser history open.
Yeah, dude, just do everything incognito.
It's a PC. My hard drive is full of animal husbandry videos.
I don't need to know these things. Also, isn't being an animal's husband much worse than cuckoldry?
We're not touching this conversation.
Alright, you're right.
A bench press. The weights are real iron. The total weight is 220 pounds.
For a girl that size to do that repeatedly as if it were nothing.
That's because she's a robot or something.
No, she's like a battle manga character.
Not that I can actually bench that. A bench press that emasculates me.
Is that the cuckoldry?
We're not touching that conversation. The speakers themselves are actually mostly hollow.
4 years ago, Mizuki used to hide in them to scare you, didn't she?
Oh, that's a good idea.
We don't have anything that big for you to hide in to scare me.
Yeah, and I would scold her every time.
I was thinking about my childhood. My dad was a musician, and I mean, not professional. Well, I guess he did make some money. So there was always audio equipment around. I never learned how to do anything with it, but there were big speakers. I wonder if I was, like a little opinionator lit, if I could have found...
Something to climb inside and freak him out?
Yeah.
She hasn't done such childish things lately.
Good news for me.
You think so? I imagine that a part of you actually misses it.
Stupid I, knowing me better than I do.
This reminiscing about the past. I may have said this before in a video, but there have been hundreds of them, so...
It's hard to keep track of it all.
There was one time, I believe I was 3, I may have been 4. I was waiting for my dad to come home to the apartment that we all lived in. When he came home from work, I ran at him, yelling, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and then I, dive tackled at him. Mm-hmm. But, what I actually did, and remember, I was a tiny,
right,
3, maybe 4, but I think 3. And so what I actually did was I leapt forward like a missile with my head as like what was going forward.
Right in his crotch?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, when you consider the heights involved.
Oh no.
What happened was I landed a solid blow on his equipment, and he was like, "Arg!" And by reflex, he just swung his arm really big and swatted me aside, and I smashed into the wall, and which was right there by the door, you know. And then I was laying on the ground going, and then Dad slumped down on the door and was like, "Arg!" And then my mom ran out and she was like, "What on earth happened?" We thought it was really funny later, but at the time.
After. It's a door rabbit, a stuffed animal. It's a character Mizuki likes. I guess there's no point getting into it.
Hey you! I hate you!
This thing didn't even have a voice box installed. Aiba?
Come on over here!
Oh god.
Hey Mizuki, could you get rid of the Cleone in there?
Aw, do I have to?
Cleone?
Yes. If it were just 1 or 2, I'd let it slide, but there's 100 in there.
It's not my fault they started breeding.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah! That was her hobby, breeding Cleone.
What is it, like a Kia pet or something?
I have no idea!
Wonder what those are.
We may never know.
My research has determined it's something like this.
What? I don't see anything.
Dude, look at the screen.
I can't. Right now, there's nothing there. You haven't put anything on the screen yet, so I can't look at it.
The illusion, man. You just killed it.
Oh, what a huge rack that has clothes hanging on it. They're mine and Mizuki's.
Hey, could you stop hanging your clothes next to mine?
I can't hang them anywhere else.
Why?
There's no closet.
Your old people smell is going to get all over them.
Well, your young girl smell's gonna get all over mine, then what will people think?
I mean, I do like older women.
Date, I don't think that is what she's talking about.
Oh my. Mizuki's clothes and mine are hanging on the rack. We each have basically one outfit. That's because we're rational people.
Designed characters.
I don't want to waste my precious time and brain power thinking about what clothes to wear every day.
This is a cheap gag that is always effective.
A lot of successful businessmen and scientists do it.
I would wager that about 28 characters or so in this game do it as well.
Okay, honestly, Mizuki and I do have other outfits.
You'll never see them.
We just keep them somewhere else. Do you believe me?
Where they don't have to be designed. Alright, now that we've looked at everything in the house, let's look at everything in the house. Sounds good?
It's a door rabbit. Mizuki's stuffed animal. I gave it to Mizuki on her birthday.
I hate you!
I do too, a door rabbit.
Why you gotta hate yourself? Have more confidence!
Out the window with ye.
Oh God!
That is not a sofa. And a hot dog is not a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich, and it's pronounced GIF! I swear it is pronounced GIF.
That pot's still there.
It doesn't stand for graphics. It's graphics.
Alright, David, alright!
GIF is peanut butter brand. It's a peanut butter brand.
A towel is hanging.
When you eat a lot of food, you gorge yourself. You don't George yourself. I mean, yeah, you can say some crap about it's not a giraffe, it's a giraffe. But what does that have to do with graphics?
My refrigerator.
Your refrigerator has nothing to do with giraffes or graphics. Prove me wrong!
The entrance.
It is pronounced GIF, though. I'll kill you all.
It's a 3-seat sofa in the center of the room.
It's important to be obsessed with things that matter.
A cushion on the sofa.
I'll stop now.
A rudge.
It ain't a rudge!
Don't you have school?
Who cares?
I'm off today.
Why? Today's Tuesday, you should have school.
You really can be an insensitive jerk, can't you?
Yeah.
I'm taking the day off for mourning.
Oh.
She doesn't have to go to school at all if she doesn't want to.
That's true.
Who's gonna tell her otherwise?
Yeah.
That's not meant to make her sound irresponsible. Like, it's amazing that all she's doing is lashing out at Date over and over and over. That's the only thing she's got. I mean, that's also probably how she normally treats him, but again, it's the only thing she's got.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
So where's Ota?
He probably went back to the hospital.
Boss told Mizuki about Ota being synced. And about what happened at the cold storage warehouse.
Why did she tell her all that?
Mizuki was asking about the status of the investigation.
Huh.
And Boss told her. Okay. Maybe so that Mizuki could tell Date something when he woke up?
Maybe. Also, considering the situation she's in and how gung-ho she is about trying to... I mean, it's her parents.
Yeah.
And her friends. Only people she knows are being involved. She can't be kept in the dark.
Yeah.
The girl has lost both her parents. I am sure Boss felt that she deserved to know.
Right. Did Boss and Pewter say anything?
Oh, Date's brain is rotting away. He won't last long now.
Oh, Mizuki thinks she's a smarty pants.
You should probably prepare for a funeral soon.
It does kind of look like Pewter saying that.
So they told you I'm completely fine, huh?
I detect no noticeable damage to your brain. You should not have any issue continuing the investigation.
Time to get back to the investigation.
Kind of sudden.
Hey, will you take me with you?
Yes, I see no reason not to at this point.
If a giant truck is barreling down the road...
She could punch it.
About to run over Date, there's no problem. She can just punch it.
I told you yesterday, Mizuki.
And the next time there's a rampaging giraffe, she can put it down.
Don't you mean rampaging?
You're right. It's rampaging down the street because giraffes... I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Neither do I.
I won't put you in danger like that.
But you're close to catching the culprit, right?
Also, he shouldn't be going anywhere dangerous right now, right?
The killer has an injury on their left leg. Boss said you need to find them. Let me help you.
No, you stay here.
Just let her come.
Date, don't you know how I feel? My parents are dead. I saw their bodies with my own eyes.
Even Boss is opening up about stuff that's totally classified. Just let her come.
If I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy. Date, please.
Even if all she does is just insult Date more, it will help her so much.
This is just making her stew.
Yeah, the only person who can actually help her feel better at all is Date. He has to do it.
Mizuki.
Date, consider Mizuki's feelings. She is lonely. Mizuki has not been with Renju and Shoko for 4 years. But clearly, she still feels a bond to them. A bond that was broken by the murderer. With her parents gone, Mizuki has almost no one.
You know, if that bond, if she wanted to break that bond, at least then she would have been the one to break that bond.
But it was broken for her. She didn't have a choice.
She can only depend on one person now. You know to whom I am referring.
But she doesn't even know you, Aiba. Okay, I'll stop making jokes.
Good.
Come with me.
Please. We need your help.
Fine, let's go.
I said we need your help! That's sensitive!
You're gonna take me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like how these expressions often convey a lot more than actual words.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree with that 100%.
Thank you, Date.
I got up, grabbed the towel from the sink, and tossed it at Mizuki.
Ow!
Here, wipe your tears. We're heading out.
Mizuki quickly dabbed her eyes with the towel and smiled weakly.
Date, I must admit, I am at a disadvantage.
Well, you are a tiny eyeball.
Maybe you should actually tell her. I mean, I get that it's weird. You know
I think it's not the weirdest thing she's experienced so far.
I suppose that's true. Have you ever known somebody who you didn't quite get their name, but you kept seeing them, and it became too awkward to actually ask them for what their name is?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Isn't Aiba kind of like that?
Kind of, yeah.
The clue that the culprit is injured on their left leg does not help me narrow down suspects significantly.
By the way, we kept showing you visuals of a floral pattern knife and not saying anything about it, but the player saw it, so it is definitely time to go and talk. Why haven't you stopped me?
I'm scared.
We need to revisit the scene. It's possible that we might find the culprit at one of the crime scenes.
Well, I understand that often the culprit does return to the scene of the crime, but I can't think of any reason why they would in this case.
Or ask around the city for further information.
Oh, good. We got a lot of places to go check out. I don't know why we would ever come back here, because it is not related in any way, shape, or form to what's going on. So, let's go to Yukume Shrine.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine?
Yeah, seriously.
Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
Every little bit helps.
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
Don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
What?
So why are we really here?
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls. It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here. This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
Oh, I really understand exactly what he's talking about.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
Aren't we all?
It's pronounced GIF!
Why do these dog statues always have one with its mouth open and one with its mouth closed?
Good question. Maybe the one with his mouth open is going, ah, and the one with his mouth closed is going,
Ah.
Are you fake sleeping?
No, she's actual sleeping.
Mr. Bell?
Mrs. Bell.
I see you two are getting along well.
The offering box.
Hey, Mizuki. Do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
Again?
Hey, Date! Are you really a cop?
An upstanding one. A stone monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it.
What does it say?
It says GIF.
When riding on a train, people on opposite sides of the car doors shouldn't stare at each other.
Wisdom. Words of
That's
wisdom.
what it says.
That is definitely a lie.
So, about your training.
Can you throw a Hadouken yet?
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah. It's been a while since we came here last.
What?
I have nothing more.
We
to
get
teach
more?
you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
Kamehameha!
She's going to blow away the fog, isn't she?
Begin!
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, those Yakuza wouldn't stand a frickin' chance.
Well, this is on you. Mizuki, run for it!
Wait for me!
Bring on the Gatling guns.
Right?
I don't know why, but that's the way it is.
You never did fight back against those bullies, did you?
Please, seriously, don't.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you didn't, and I didn't see their obituaries in the newspaper, so...
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things.
You could have stopped them.
So I...
Oh no!
I broke all their front teeth.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well,
They got off light.
yeah, they started it.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on!
Huh. Well, if she's pulling, I can't fight back.
This is sweet.
Yeah.
What did you ask for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible.
Billy,
And you?
look at more trees.
I will.
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
Oh no, I'm stuck here forever.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
That's so cruel!
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh?
Old man joke!
Anyway, where to next?
So what's going on here anyway?
Yeah, like who's taking over?
I guess for the moment everything's just running like it should, but...
Oh, I asked someone about that earlier.
Yeah?
It's like lionfish and shag carpet or something.
It is a Rorschach test.
Date, look at that! It's a Hercules beetle.
Why is there a Hercules beetle here?
Why was there a stink bug here?
Yay! Hercules beetle!
Yay!
I'm getting excited by insects again.
Wait, why is that even here?
Thank you!
Lots of magazines in that rack. I think I've already made that joke before.
Special. Underground horse racing bets to win big. I'll take that one home with me next time.
Oh my.
I feel as though you maybe were thinking of something else. It's that animal husbandry again.
Great, that's the last thing I need.
What's that sofa stuffed with?
Sofa stuffing.
By the way, that is not a sofa! That is a chair!
Maybe that was an anti-joke. Like, how do you get a giraffe in a frig?
Ah!
It's my favorite receptionist!
Oh, like, hello to you too.
By the way, what's your cup size?
G.
Oh, 2.
As in 2 cups?
Well, of course it would be 2 cups.
3 cups would be a nightmare.
This isn't Total Recall.
Yeah, no one's talking about... Never mind.
Date, why are you asking that?
I'll tell you when you're older. I want to touch your 2 big...
Lemniscates.
Oh, this is embarrassing. But okay.
I didn't expect her to say yes. What do I do?
Seriously? Really?
Yeah?
I sprinted to the desk! Then she sealed her mouth shut tight and puffed out her cheeks.
Oh, Billy. Cheek puff, it's just for you.
I don't know how to feel about this. I poked them with the tip of my finger. They were surprisingly soft.
Date, what are you doing?
What did you guys think I was doing?
Sorry, what?
Does this have anything to do with the investigation?
Yes?
No.
Ah.
Mizuki punched me in the gut and I died. And dragged me back to where I was. Okay, let's go to Atami together.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Huh?
What?
What are you doing?
I am hitting on the hot receptionist. Aiba, let's go to Atami together.
I'm putting the investigation on hold. I'm going to Atami with her.
Oh yeah.
I've made up my mind. You can't stop me.
Side effects of the medication. This is acute brain failure.
Keep it up.
Let's go to Atami together.
Wait, are you serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
I have never been more serious than anything else in my life. Atami, 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 Atami.
Date, you're being annoying
No,
again.
It's date. Come, we must get the achievement.
Do you want to go on a date with me?
Do you know how angry I can get, Date?
Let's find out. Ask her again.
Let's go to Atami.
Okay.
I took her hand and led her out of Lemniscate.
We get a game over now.
I left Aiba behind.
What? Huh.
What's happening?
We got an ending.
Ha! Thus concludes the case of the new Cyclops serial killer. Goodbye, police officer life. Hello, Atami Shizuoka. I decided to begin life anew as a carnival worker in the Hot Springs town.
A carnival worker?
The end.
What a good ending.
Okay, in all seriousness, have you seen anyone with an injured left leg?
Nope, sorry.
I mean, there was this one snake I saw. It looked like it had an injured left leg.
Okay.
But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
Okay, I want to hear about this.
What? Sounds horrifying.
Oh, man!
That's all you're gonna give me?
You got to touch the cheek puff, and we heard about a man with legs like a horsehair crab. We got plenty.
Mizuki is standing next to me, judging me. So about the person with the injured leg.
The horsehair crab guy.
Mizuki, could you go to the office? Ask them if they've seen anyone with an injured left leg.
Got it.
Mizuki ran into the office. After a while, she returned dejected.
Looks like it didn't go well.
No.
Well, that's okay.
You helped.
Yeah. Do you have any memories of Renju here?
Sometimes we would talk when I came over to hang out.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Nothing special. The usual.
The usual?
Are you doing well? Have you been eating right?
Huh. So that's the usual.
Let's check out Renju's office.
Parents are complicated.
Good idea. You might find something important in there.
Mizuki and I investigated Renju's office. But I didn't find anything that could be a clue.
Or an interesting conversation.
Damn. No hits.
Do not be discouraged.
Yeah, we got an ending out of this.
Yeah!
Bad days and sore feet are part of the job.
What fortune cookie did you get that out of?
Time to earn my paycheck, I guess.
Mizuki!
Well.
And Date.
Yeah, let me see your other hand, buddy.
Ota, are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
And Mayumi's standing up.
Oh, I don't want to get in your way.
No.
But we'll see if she limps out of here.
Why don't you stay here?
I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
No, not at all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go.
No.
I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me.
I'm sure he does have more fun with his friends than with you. I mean, your mom, I get how it goes. You're staying here.
So...
Well, we get the cutscene with the limp? No.
Mayumi quickly shuffled out of the room.
Huh.
Thanks, Mizuki.
Huh?
Like, you know, that kind of...
Yeah, old lady shuffle.
Maybe. It could go either way.
You came to visit me, right?
I mean, that knife could still be like a psychological representation.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And, you know, she could have gotten, like, Odorokimon chocolate and eaten it and thrown the wrapper in the air and the wind just blew it straight to the warehouse.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Oda could have taken a spare package that he had in his pocket, ate it, and dropped it in the corner.
Go on.
Maybe it came from Kagami.
Don't you mean Kajami?
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, screw him! There's a bedside table.
I know this is sudden, but I'm brave and smart and handsome, right?
See, this is kind of our point.
I will chide you on your labels.
A bedside table.
Chide. You have been chidden.
An LCD TV.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of a lady cleaning a jumbo jet. Wanna watch?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm not gonna watch your videos with you, Ota.
I don't know what that could possibly mean, and that terrifies me.
Well, it all comes back to animal husbandry, which is the most hilarious word to say. Because if you say animal husbandry, it is possible that you are actually trying to make...
Let's just stop right there, Daymon, shall we?
And you're just reinforcing my point.
A bed.
When will the day come when Iris is sleeping beside me?
My guess is never.
Yeah? So, about Iris.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
Oh, yeah?
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah.
Well, makes sense.
Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes. To wish that Iris will get better.
Yeah. We could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
What stat was it you got in Persona 4 for folding all those stinking cranes?
Proficiency?
It was...
Or diligence?
I think it was diligence. I remember it was really worth it to do.
Yeah, I think it's
It
diligence.
took a long time.
So about Ota, I'll just talk about him as if he's not right here.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris. That's so cool, Ota. You have a wound of honor.
No, not really. Well, I guess a little.
I don't approve.
Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
I will say this. If somehow we have completely misread the situation in every possible way, and there is nothing suspicious about Ota...
Continue.
And none of that was set up, even if there was something suspicious about Ota. Okay? I would think that he has kind of earned the right to talk like this.
If what you have said is true, then yes.
Now, after a point, he needs to knock it off. He has not reached that point yet.
He's still lying in bed recovering from the knife wound to his stomach.
Right.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
I don't find that irritating at all.
I'm surprised Date finds that irritating.
I mean, heck, what Date wears is basically cosplay. Now, I mean, I'm not recommending wandering around cosplaying for no reason, but...
I don't know why I can ask you this, but should we get going before having talked to Ota?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, you two just got here.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
Dude, are we gonna have to reload to talk to Ota now?
Probably not.
We already have Ota's testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Right.
Jeez, man, I don't know why you did that.
Where to now, Date?
Let's see.
Let's talk to the poor kid so we can make fun of him. It's important.
Oh, it will let me leave! That's mean! So, how are you? You don't have a knife, do you?
Forget me. Are you okay?
Forget that. Let me see your hand. Not the one holding by your
passed
head.
out last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare.
Oh, yeah? What'd you hear?
You kept moaning something about Reika. Reika.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Ima, it's your fault! You put her in my head!
I just don't understand how she can look like an oil drum. Isn't that the wrong shape?
Who knows? Who knows, Daymon? I'm not even going to touch on Date's preferences because animal husbandry. Have you remembered anything?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
Like, does Reika look like this? Isn't that weird?
Daymon, I can't see what you put on the screen while we're recording.
All right then, fine, Billy. It is a picture of an oil drum dressed as a girl.
How did you find that picture?
Don't check my browser history.
Moving on.
All right. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering things again.
Like shock therapy?
Yeah!
Whoa, old school.
I mean, that doesn't work.
I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
We are, but if it ain't broke,
break it.
You can learn a lot from the past.
I see. Maybe you should hit him.
We're playing good cop and bad cop, but we both hate him.
But everyone's the bad cop. Seriously, he has brought that behavior upon himself.
100%.
No way.
Ota's pretty energetic for being in bed all day.
He's the type that gets annoying around women.
So about the investigation.
So, we still don't know who the culprit is?
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends.
You are so far beyond the bargaining phase, Ota, my friend.
You want to talk conditions? Okay, let's talk conditions. How about you give me all the information you have the dang moment you get it, and I will forget the walk and the knife. I think that is a wonderful condition to set.
If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Are you kidding? I'm just gonna walk down to the convenience store, buy a toothbrush, and tell you it's hers. How you gonna know?
Are you really gonna do this in front of Mizuki?
Well, he'd smell it.
It's fine.
And then he would know!
Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
I'm so sorry, Mizuki.
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Nope, don't want to hear, Nope.
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him.
What's wrong? Got something to hide?
Will you stop?
This is where I'd love to say, I didn't start it, the game started it, but I totally started it.
But then you'd be lying, yes. There wasn't a car transition. Now I'm sad.
I remember telling you before that Bloom Park is an important part of my memories. Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot, but sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly.
Man,
I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together. That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this. Mom was standing right next to me. She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
Did you go on any other rides?
I couldn't get on many of them because I was so little. But I did ride the Ferris wheel. And the panda ride.
The panda ride doesn't count.
They're kind of tame now, but at the time they were really fun. I was having so much fun, it felt wrong. Like it was too good to be true.
That's horrible.
That they were so infrequent that when she did come here, it felt like so much fun.
I have no right to talk about any of this.
Where was Renju when you were on the horse?
Daddy was on the outside taking pictures of me and Mom. He was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I would wave our hands. We sound like a happy family, huh?
Well, no matter how bad it is, there's gonna be some good memories, right?
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually. We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus. But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything. She just started laughing. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
Man, this is depressing.
Have you come here before with friends?
Other than last Friday? Nope, I haven't. This place has been off limits for almost a decade. Even if it wasn't, I don't think I would want to come back here.
Why is that?
How can I explain it?
Oh, I see.
I guess I just wanted to keep that memory beautiful.
And that's why there was a picture of it like locked up safe in a bird cage?
I didn't want to ruin it or replace it with another. But in the end, who was replaced with the worst memory possible.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything as Mizuki climbed down from the horse. I couldn't say anything. Then, she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date, how do you define family?
Ha! Oh no! I'm glad she's asking Date and not me. Woo!
Well, you know, I brought it up once in an offhand manner. I'll mention it again. Legally, Mizuki has to go to whoever is, like, her next of kin.
Right.
Unless Date is able to adopt her. And that also has... There's also other next of kin stuff.
Could be in Renju's will, maybe? Something like that?
I don't think you can define the guardianship of a minor in a will.
I'm just saying, maybe.
I'm not sure, but the thing is, right now, Date is her family.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he signed up for it or not. He has to take her.
Right.
I mean, that's not a problem. I don't think he would not do that. But there is literally no one else who can help her right now, or almost period.
And he's already been dadding at her.
Right.
Define it? You mean like being blood-related?
And you know, the sooner the... Yes, real world, etc., etc. The sooner he starts the adoption process...
The better.
The better. And I'll tell you what, if he were to ask her to bring it up, that would make her really happy. Even if she just got really mad at him.
Yeah.
That would mean you and I could never be family.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about here?
Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back. Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is.
Huh.
That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family.
I see. So that's where she's coming from with this.
Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually. I got tired of trying.
I mean, that's why her default response is just to rag on Date 24/7. It's clearly comforting for her.
I killed them.
Whoa! No.
What?
I killed Mom and Daddy.
You can't do this to yourself.
What are you saying?
I was never a good girl.
It's not
I
your
didn't
fault.
listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me.
Oh!
And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along. And why they got divorced. Then Mom had to start working.
Had to start working my ass. They were both extremely wealthy. I mean, they earned it, all right? But it's like, there's no sob story about being poor.
Right.
But I don't really have the right to say something like this. This is just the way that I understand it, and I mean, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I'll never know. But I would imagine that everyone in a situation like this would blame themselves. And also everyone else. I mean, they would blame themselves and everyone else.
And start doing business with dangerous people.
It's not right to blame yourself, but I just can't imagine that people in this situation wouldn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfectly normal.
If I was just a good girl, Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
She needs to get this out of her system.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all. Or think less of her or anything like that.
Why me?
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Why me?
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right? Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Yeah.
Our child is abnormal.
I have never had a good impression of her.
Mm-hmm. And this ain't helping.
Probably because of, you know, the skills like lying and cheating. Whatever it was that Renju was doing was not the same as what Shoko was doing, because Shoko was overtly victimizing people. And this...
Abnormal?
This is not right.
No.
Ever since she was a baby, no child should cry at night as much as she did.
Cry me an effing river. Do you remember the Samuel L. Jackson children's stories classic?
Go the fuck to sleep?
Yes. There's a reason that exists.
Mama, could you, look the other way for a second? I'm about to drown, oh.
No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time.
I'm about to punch the TV screen, Daymon.
Date is a saint.
He is.
Do you know why?
Why is he a saint, Daymon?
Because he is her friend.
Uh-huh.
How many does she have?
Probably Date.
That's what I was thinking.
She's still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now.
What is she at this time, 8?
Who knows?
If you wanted her to clean up after herself, why did you not teach her?
Right?
They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time.
Apparently you were never a child.
Yet why is my little girl?
She must have come out of the sea at age 10 and then learned language and culture as if she were some sort of deep one. Or eldritch horror.
She sounds like a normal kid to me. Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
Maybe. Just maybe.
I'm doing more than anyone.
Are you, though?
Our child is stupid, brain dead, abnormal.
You saw the look Mama's giving her.
Yeah.
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
I'm not gonna dance around the issues while she talks about her child like that.
Alright, well, let's end this on a note where we're not full of rage. Because the fact of the matter is, I did get angry, but Billy is very mad. It's amazing that he can still tell a joke. So,
well, humor is a defense mechanism for me.
So
I tell a lot of jokes. Make of that what you will.
Let's go look at the encyclopedia and laugh at somebody's name or something.
Okay.
Look, Billy, it's Meika, an oil drum dressed as a girl.
Joe away.